This is not the first time a woman in power has been sidelined. It's not just one of the rare moments the system got challenged and lost. She didn't retreat, and that's not just because she's brave. It's also because this rarely gets said. She wasn't standing alone. Welcome to Naija Anchor News Let's Talk Politics, where we connect today's headlines to Nigeria's deeper realities. What happens when a woman refuses to be silenced in a system designed to mute her? And what happens when a senator, not just any senator, dares to accuse the highest ranking officer in the red chamber of sexual abuse? And what does it mean when the Senate responds, not with investigation but with punishment? This is not just the case of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. It's about power, patriarchy, politics, and what it truly costs to speak up in Nigeria. Join us and let's talk politics. So here is the bigger picture. Senator Natasha's 6-month suspension by the Senate Ethics Committee didn't just raise eyebrows, it cracked open a long simmering conversation. What does institutional accountability really look like in Nigeria? Her allegations against the Senate president were never heard. There was no open inquiry, no investigation. Instead, her petition was thrown out on a technicality and she was punished for even raising the issue. That's not oversight, that's political muscle. But last week, the Federal High Court declared that suspension unconstitutional, a legal win that might seem simple on the surface, but beneath it lies something deeper, a power struggle between institutional privilege and democratic principle. Why won't this case die anytime soon? Even if you follow the headlines when it happened, the implications are still unfolding. Because this case set a dangerous precedent and then reversed it. A senator raises an alarm, the Senate silences her. The court says, not so fast. So we ask, is this a turning point for Nigerian politics or just a temporary retreat? Because let's be honest, this is not the first time a woman in power has been sidelined. It's just one of the rare moments the system got challenged and lost. It's easy to clap for Senator Natasha now, but when the storm hit, she was branded all sorts of names: blackmailer, prostitute, difficult, and rude. The usual script Nigeria uses to discredit outspoken women. She wasn't just fighting the Senate, she was fighting a culture, a deeply embedded misogyny that punishes women for not shrinking. But unlike many others, she didn't retreat, and that's not just because she is brave, it's because she wasn't standing alone. One of the most powerful subplots in the saga is a man we barely talk about, Chief Emmanuel Uduaghan, Natasha's husband. He wasn't in front of her, he didn't try to hijack her moment, but he was consistently beside her. In a country where men are often told to keep their wives in check and where female ambition is treated like rebellion, his calm support disrupted the norm. It was political, it was cultural, it was revolutionary in its own quiet way. And that brings us to a broader conversation. In Nigeria, the husband you marry can be the gatekeeper to your destiny. Let's stop pretending. For the Nigerian woman, marriage can either be a launch pad or a locked door. A woman's career can be ended overnight by a husband who simply says, "I forbid it," and society will back him. This is the reality, especially in politics, where strong women are still seen as dangerous. So when a woman in power has a partner who isn't just tolerant but truly supportive, that's not a luxury, that's a political advantage. Yes, Natasha is returning to the Senate. Yes, the court voided the suspension. But that doesn't mean the culture has changed, because the next woman who speaks up may not have the platform or the legal team or the public attention or a supportive husband, and that's where the problem lies. This story was never just about Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. It's about what it means to be a woman in Nigerian power circles and how easy it is to be punished for disrupting the script. It's about the price of speaking up, the strength it takes to stay standing, and the silent forces, like family, like partnership, that help make that stand possible. So here is our big question for today. Is this the beginning of a new culture of accountability, or will Nigeria go back to business as usual? Let's know your thoughts about this in the comment section. And thanks for tuning in to Naija Anchor News Let's Talk Politics, where we go beyond the headlines to ask the questions that matter. And until next time, stay informed, stay brave, and stay politically aware.